of Israel, northern and southern kingdoms, right? Not the southern kingdom, no, the northern kingdom, right? The 9 tribes, northern kingdom.
The 10 tribes are the northern kingdom.
Right? So those tribes came over to those places they call today the West Indies or the New World. Them come over here from the Americas. They come over here from before slavery, as in the shipment, right? So these two kingdoms they split into two. Somebody give me Ezra.
13 verse 40.
What?
5 or so.
Apocrypha. Right, ready?
First or second?
Second Ezra. So I'm going to be Apocrypha for the Bible.
This is Second Ezra, chapter 13,
Right.
verse 40,
Right.
verse 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king,
Go on.
whom Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters.
So quick history for you. These 10 tribes were captive under a king by the name of Salmanassar. Go on. Continue.
And so came they into another land.
Right?
But they took this counsel
So them take this, them decide to say, look here, we are gonna left this land. Go on.
among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen
Right?
and go forth into a further country
To a further country, go on,
where never mankind dwelt.
where never mankind dwell. Where's that country? That's in the Middle East. Not the Middle East, that's in the West, right? Because all people live in the East back then, right? All people live in what? The Middle East. So what them do? Them decide to look here, we'll go to the West, go live. And it's a dwell, because people used to come to the West, but they used to live over here. I mean, we have proof that shows that people used to come over here, right? So, you know, Solomon sending ship over here, Navy. Right? So, you have examples back then, they used to come over here for peacocks and those things. They know that, well, I know, before you ask this question, I can answer, right? Come here, yes, sir, apply your question. So Solomon used to send him never come over here for peacocks and different stuff. That's why you have the old mixed up over in the America right now. In America right now, because they used to make statues of themselves. They come over here. So we know about the land long time. So these men, these 10 tribes, from them here go down, so them are going to move to the new world. Them come over here, the asteroid. So them come over here, America, them, today call it the new world. The word asteroid in another land. Go on.
That they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
What?
And they entered into Euphrates
River Euphrates, go on.
by the narrow passages of the river.
Go on.
For the Most High then shewed signs for them,
Go on.
and held still the flood, till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
Right, so from the Middle East to over here, so a year and a half. When Solomon sent him Navy, it took them 3 years. A year and a half to come, a year and a half to go back. Right? Go on.
And the same region is called Arsaret.
Aster, right? Which is another land. So them know about the land over here a long time. Them come over here, come live. Remember the Arawaks, the Taínos? These people are Israelites, right? Now we're going to share how, we share how these other tribes come over. So these 3 tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, when you listen to them, I say, in the time of in the time of the man called Jesus Christ, when they moved on the earth, these 3 tribes are in the land. Right? And him also prophesied them going to get brought from in slavery, come over here. Right? So there's the Africans coming to slavery. Africans coming to slavery. Right? Go on.
Right, so this is from the book Babylon, from Babylon to Timbuktu.
Right?
It says, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
Right.
with great slaughter.
Go on.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed
We're going to read the
against,
same history from this in the Bible.
The New Testament.
Go on.
against the residue of the people.
Go on.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
So 1 million Jews fled from Jerusalem to here. And it's the over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, right? Go on.
Fleeing from Roman persecution.
So how we end up in the west of Africa? Because we fled Jerusalem and we go to Timbuktu,
Right.
Mali, some other place, Ghana, right? Nigeria, those places we fled from Ivory Coast. Right? All of them places
They
there.
end up in Africa.
That's how we end up in
From
Africa.
to the
To-
slave trade.
Right.
So you're saying those 1 million people
No, over 1 million.
are those over 1
Right?
million people
Not only from there,
are
because
really what
some of the states came from
populate.
also, yes. Some of the states also came from in Europe. It's not only Africa, Europe, right? But we'll soon get to that. Go on, that done?
Fleeing from Roman
First
persecution
them
and
black,
slavery.
right? That done?
Yeah, finish.
So remember them, they said them black. These Jews are so-called black. That's how we say what? American Negroes, Judah. Give me Jeremiah 14 and 2. We'll show you.
You're good from where you want already. Get your point already.
Yeah, with the easy, with the Chronicles, give me Chronicles, please.
And the Chronicles are
Alright. King, yeah, Kings. We'll show you how we do that. So, first and second Kings.
So this is First Kings 10, I'm going to start at 22. For the king at sea a navy of Tarshish
Right?
with the navy of Iram. Once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish bringing gold and silver, ivory, and what is April.
Right. So every 3 years, because obviously it took 1.5 years to go, 1.5 years to come back. So Solomon they already know about this land and they have ships that go and come back and reap peacocks and treasures. Go on.
And peacocks.
Go on.
So the king Solomon exceeded all the kings of So King Solomon exceeded all the kings of the earth for riches and for wisdom.
Right. So you see that? Now go back to this now.
So the first thing really it sure say take a year and a half for them.
Go. Right?
It take them 3 years to make the journey, a year and a half
Yeah.
go and a year and a half.
Reason 1.5 them stay because they don't go back. Them
I
come over
don't
here and
know
stay by
if
you.
you actually get bottom line.
Now get we ask about that every time I go cheat for you.
I understand all of that. Alright? So
You want to know all
that's
them are
even
specific.
deep.
You want to know them specific to one
Because
place.
I was doing a study, something similar to this, but it's really about black people.
Right.
But one more, how you know them is specifically?
That's how I give
Like you said, Judah are definitely American Negroes, Levi are definitely Asian.
All right.
Let me learn what's on
Right? I give you ideas of how we should Right?
Can I just add something? This whole chart is based upon faith.
Right.
Based upon
Faith. This whole chart is based upon faith. How the mind come up?
Yeah.
Right. But there are
Yes.
indications they can use to say, you know? So that's an idea. Everything's spiritual, right? First and foremost, I have to believe. So we have proof to yourself, these people are the real Israelites. Right? But you want me to go in depth and show you down and say, yo, look here, you'll be more likely that these people are in stupid or whatever. But I'm going to show you, right? So just, you're going to know everything a little bit. They give me Levi, yeah, that's one of the judges, Levi and Simeon. Right. Levi and Simeon.
This is Genesis 49 and 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren.
21 again. So,
What is it?
Malachi.
Simeon and Levi are brethren,
Right?
instruments of our cruelty are in their habitation.
Okay, who is Simeon and Levi on the chart?
Asians and transactions.
One land master in the Pandora. Alright, go on.
O my soul, come not thou to their secrets,
Right.
unto their assembly, mine honor. Be not thou united.
You know, so them divided, right? Asian and Simeon. So them have a border between themselves. My brother said it, but them divided and then they have one land mass. Go on.
For in their anger they slew a man,
The Most High separate them. Right, go on.
and in their self-will they dig down a wall.
Alright, so I'll go to look further with Simeon and Levi. So we know that Simeon and Levi are on one landmass. Can this have the end of we start from the first part of the end time.
Alright.
Go on.
Genesis 49 verse 1.
Okay.
And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
So in the last days, this is all going to befall them. So in the last days, Simeon and Levi are going to be somewhere where them now going to join together. And they clear the state to know, the Asians them. We're going to prove to the what the Asians them know, right? Well, I'm going to ask this question. Go on. Take your time. I would say a faith, right?
Malachi 3 and 1.
Yeah.
Alright, this is Malachi 3 and 1. Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord Yahweh, whom ye seek, shall suddenly come to his temple. Even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts. But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like the fuller's soap.
I think that's true then. It's not like it. Malachi 2. One with Levi.
Yeah, it's verse 3.
Okay, go on.
And he shall set as a refiner and the purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness.
Continue.
Then shall the offering of Judah, Jerusalem, Slakia, be pleasant unto the Lord, as in the days of old, and as in former years. And I will come near you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, against the idolaters, against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the strangers from his right. And fear not me, saith the Lord of hosts. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Malachi 2.
Malachi 2. Yeah, 2 on 1, I can jump to 3. Start from 1. 2 on 1.
Malachi 2 verse 1. And now, O ye priests.
Right? So the Most High said, to you priests, the Levites are the priests, right? 1.
This commandment is for you.
Right.
If ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay into it to heart to give glory unto my name, saith the Lord of hosts, I will send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings.
So the Most High will curse Levi on a different level. 1.
Yea, I have cursed them already,
right,
because ye do not lay it to heart.
Continue.
Behold, I will corrupt your seed,
corrupt Levi's seed. Go on.
And spread dung upon your faces, even the dung of your solemn feasts, and one shall take you away with it. And ye shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. My covenant was with him of life and peace.
Jump to 8.
This is Malachi 2 and 8.
Right.
But ye are departed out of the way. Ye have caused many to stumble at the law. Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people.
So the Most High make Levi base among all of Israel. Now, whose people that Palestine, people look for as the worst in Palestine.
So what we finna do?
Alright, you see that? Now we're gonna give some more example of show you how things work, right? So when the Asians come to Jamaica, kind of people despise them,
right,
you know, but everyone them going to people despise them.
When the rat meat come to Jamaica, them sent to eat.
Yeah, good example. So one time them have meat that come to Jamaica, a chicken back, right? And them test the chicken back and them say, yo, this chicken back 20 years old. And them say, no, wrong shipment. It was supposed to go to 80. So people think about the Asians, them was supposed to be the Levites at the Most High. We can't Levites at the Most High. Let me ask you this again now. Right? The Levites, them responsible for the priesthood, right? That means them used to do a lot of
voodoo.
No, I use the word voodoo, because on the right hand side, they do right things. For example, if a man piece them in woman a chief on it, right? Him could have bring him female to the Levites and say, look here. Okay, so you know what going, right? So why think the Levites, the Asians today, are just, when they come out to voodoo, them so strong in it? Does that answer your question?
Answer my question. What may I say?
Okay, good. Then you answer your question.
As you say, you use faith.
Right.
But my problem is, I wouldn't mind having something stronger, or me could get
Hold
the
on to.
prophecy and what you said. But
Alright.
anybody can use a prophecy and hypothesize it.
Go to
When they believe. Anybody can use a prophecy and attribute it to what they believe.
Right.
So,
Now when I ask you, why am I going through the process? I ask you what you think, right?
So
Build-
there was
we are
something
build a
else on
case.
my
But
mind.
hold on, but before that, can thing is, we're not trying to convince everybody to believe what we are saying, right? Don't get that in their head. Hold on.
Alright.
Don't get in their head so we are trying to convince you to believe or convince someone to believe what we are saying. Give me this.
Without faith it is impossible.
Yeah, 11.
This is Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6.
Aye.
It says, but without faith it is
Without
impossible.
faith, it is impossible. Go on.
It is impossible to please him.
Right, to please him who?
God.
Go on.
For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is.
Right, so give, what is faith? Go on, 11 and 1 now.
Aye.
Hold on. You have idea what we are talking about already, can you have some studies? Go on.
This is Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for,
Right.
the evidence of things not
So
seen.
you want to see things. That means you don't want to have no faith.
No, not necessarily that.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is,
You want
any-
more substantial evidence.
people can use things, any prophecy,
Romans 3
fit with them meaning.
and 3.
So that's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Yeah, man, you're good.
But what
Romans
else I wanted to ask? Alright? You tell me the prophecy, me go through them.
Alright.
So what does this mean?
This
Know
mean-
that all these people are they say these 12 tribes are Israelites. What they mean? Is it that you're saying that only these set of people can be saved?
Israelites alone can be saved.
I can read
So
it right now.
what would be the purpose of God coming and breaking down the
What's
wall
the
of
God? Who you
partition
mean?
between Jesus, Yahushua,
Go to Ephesians with a partition there, what she talk about, right? Because I use the word may use back, you know.
Yeah man, but let me complete
Right.
with
Go on.
myself.
Continue.
He came and he after he left, you know, they say the Jews and the Gentiles now. The Gentiles now have access. So are you saying that even though that was what happened, now you're saying that the Gentiles don't have a chance?
Okay, we're going to answer who are the Gentiles them tears too. And we're going to go through it. We're going to go through it slowly. Give me the Ephesians and answer. You find it? Because one more I get to the end, right? There are 4 different stories. And one big story that says same thing. Right? So if there's a contradiction in the story, then something wrong with your read the scriptures. Right? So give me Luke 1:68 and then we'll go to Ephesians. Yeah, I think that's 3 or 2. The common
Because faith would be made void, you know, if that's what
No.
you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, they bring on the faith.
Faith would have
Yeah,
been
let's do
made
that one
void
again.
if that's what you're saying.
This is what you know.
Yeah, go on.
This is Luke chapter 1 verse 68. It reads,
I look 2 and
blessed be the Lord, power of Israel,
Ephesians 2
for
and
he had visited and redeemed his people. It says, blessed be the Lord, power of Israel,
Right.
for he had visited and redeemed his people.
When visit and redeem, his people. Bear in mind, he said his people.
His.
And had raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant
Question again,
David.
who is his people? Israelites. Right? Okay, go on. Tell me something. Go on.
Verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets,
Right?
which have been since the world began.
So from the prophets, from the world begun, the prophets been saying one thing. What?
That we should be saved
That
from our
his
enemies.
people should be saved from our enemies. What enemies of Israel?
Amorites, Amalekites, all of them.
Edomites.
All of them. Hittites.
All nations are enemies. So we're going to be saved from all nations. So who am I get saved from?
Alright.
No, well, I'm fair jump. Who am I get saved from?
The enemies.
No, alright, so we are get saved from our enemies, right? Now your idea is that the enemy, other nations can be saved also, right?
Saved from what?
Okay, so who am I get saved from?
When I get saved. When we talk about save, I mean entering into the kingdom.
Yeah, that means who am I get saved from?
What do you mean? When I'm-
But so I get saved
Me
from
not
our
understand.
enemies. Read that again.
Oh, but that you have to take that in a context now.
Yeah, put in that context of me.
in a context, we are talking about getting into the heaven, getting into the kingdom of God, into
Right.
heaven, right? You believe in heaven, right? You have to make sure so the
Yeah.
Right. No, you're saying only these persons are going to go into heaven based on what you have.
No, not literally that. That's how we are going to get salvation. So yeah, in a sense, we don't want to confuse this thing now. But
Come on, the way I say
because
clear.
heaven, or you are thinking about heaven is not how we think about heaven. That's what we said that way.
Alright, so how do you think about
Heaven don't be on earth. You have different heavens. You have third heavens. You have heavens in the sky. You have rulership.
So you're saying only
We going to rule the earth. Israelites going to rule the earth.
So why,
Yes.
but grace and faith, how does that
What
come
is
in?
grace? What is grace?
Grace is unmerited favor, basically.
Okay, why would you
basically,
need
it was, alright.
Grace is
Me
favor.
not,
You're right.
can't
Grace
explain
is
it the way you
favor.
want to explain, but let me say what I'm saying.
Alright,
The
go on.
whole book of Romans,
Ephesians, can you hear?
it wouldn't necessary then if it's only the Jews, because Paul spent that whole book trying to he was called the apostle of the Gentiles. So if it's only the Jews alone are going to enter, he wouldn't need to come
We
here
can go to that prophecy
word.
again, right? Go to the prophecy again.
This is the prophecy with the prophecy. This is Matthew 1 and 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushai, which you really call Jesus. For he shall save his people from their sins.
So that
But
is the
not only
prophecy.
his people, the Bible also says
Gentiles,
he
right?
came not to the righteous, but to call the sinners to
So he
repentance.
came for the last sheep of the house of Israel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Last sheep of the house of Israel.
And
Good.
he also he
Alright,
said to
well,
the Gentiles,
Well, I didn't realize I'm just telling you
he
the
went
last-
more to them than to the Jews.
Okay, let's read this one.
So,
So Paul responsible for the Gentiles, right?
yeah,
Anthony.
he was a
Okay, go on.
Romans chapter 9 verse 26 it says, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said,
No, start from 24.
this is Romans chapter 9 verse 24, even us whom he had called, not of the Jews only,
Right.
but also of the Gentiles.
See, I agree with that. Not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles, right? Go ahead.
As he said also in Hosea,
Right.
which is Hosea, I will call them my people, which were not my people,
Right?
and her beloved, which was not beloved.
Right?
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children
Okay,
of the
so what
living
is
God.
what Paul is trying to say right here? Right? Paul is saying not of the Jews only, but also of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Why them are going to become a lost sheep? Because them are going to become not a people, and then them are going to become a people. Come, go to Hosea now.
This is also
Can
one.
you not him quote Hosea now?
Before you move, I want to make sure I get where you're
Okay,
asking.
alright. Who Christ came for?
So what you are saying
Christ came
is
for?
not just the Jews alone. then.
No.
So it's not.
Who are the Jews? Who are the Jews? Who are the Jews? Who are the Jews?
So you're basically saying the same thing that I'm
No,
saying.
you think that's the same thing.
So that's why I'm asking
Who
what
are
you're
the Jews? You
saying.
know why can you have all these people as Jews?
Right?
All these people are not Jews.
All these people are not Jews.
So what are you saying?
Okay, so Jews are short for Judah.
And,
We have a kingdom of Judah.
and Baba Kosha, just let me just make some. Jews descend from Judah.
Right.
You have the house of Judah we're talking about, the southern kingdom.
Right.
And you have the split,
See the southern kingdom here, by the way.
Right.
which come from Simeon, go right down to Issachar, that's the northern tribe, because the
Right.
kingdom was split in two.
Right.
You see, which refers
So
to as
these-
Israel and the house of Judah.
So these people are not Jews, but they are Israelites.
The lost sheep of the house of Israel and the Jews.
So you see, they get thrown off now.
Alright.
Hold on,
Alright.
hold on. We'll go some further. Well, it's in perfect here. Now give me Matthew 15 and 24.
Matthew 15?
Yeah.
Alright, we get it, we get it.
Alright, good.
And this is Matthew chapter 15, verse 24.
Right.
It reads, it's not there. It says, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of
So when I
Israel.
call Jesus, say, look here, I get sent to nobody but you. The last sheep are them people. What
That's
are
only one prince. I also said a lot of things.
You're a winner. But you never make him start with one person.
Alright, go on, one person. Just call
Let's
me
start
to
at
it,
21.
Yeah, and the
You
question
don't
of this
understand
is-
I'm eager,
This is
man.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 21.
Yeah.
Then, verbatim,
Go on.
then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David.
Right.
My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. But he answered her not a word, and his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she cried after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Alright.
Before you jump, said we're going to do the Gentiles all now. So I'm going to prove to you what the Gentiles Paul spoke about in Romans 9.
Ephesians.
Right?
Let me just get another Gentile so we can differentiate.
Alright, go on.
This is Matthew 10 and 15. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentile, and into any city of the Samaritans enter not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Jesus himself went to the Samaritan woman.
Yeah, but we're going to get to that. Hold on. Before you go there, so the answer
What?
question first.
You just said something about the Gentiles.
Yes, I'm not dealing with, right? What do the word Gentiles mean?
No, you have to tell me.
Okay, but yeah.
Because I don't know, so
Okay, good. So the word Gentiles mean a foreigner or a stranger. That's that question. You being a Jamaican, right? Let's use Jamaican term, right? So all of we are so-called Jamaicans. If you leave Jamaica and go to America, what are you?
Foreigner here.
Exactly.
Right.
So you're a Gentile. Okay, so the Israelites them have become lost. Them going at different places and live
Foreigner
different
them.
ways. Hold on, right? Now, give me Hosea again.
So wait. So you wouldn't say those persons from different places who were in Israel at that time, wouldn't those be considered Gentiles?
When again, what you say?
Those persons were from different areas but
Right.
were in Israel at that time. Wouldn't they be considered Gentiles?
Yeah, but they Israelites.
By seed.
By seed. So you can be an Israelite and be a Gentile. You can be a other nation and be an Israelite and be a Gentile. So there are Gentiles mean foreigner, right?
Foreigner. So what if you're not of the seed but you're in Israel at that time? You'd be a Gentile.
No,
Natural
if you're not of the seed, you're a Gentile. No, I'm going to share something again. Cause you know what more? A translation error make you prove that we are, you know.
No, at the explanation when you give me a work off,
Alright.
you
Well,
say if
when I look at the word Gentile in the Greek, you go to the word ethnos or ethnicity, right? No, it may have the same ethnicity as a nation.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So because you say Gentile and you say ethnicity or ethnos, you think that's one of the different matter about Israelite to become. Give me
So so you're saying that the Gentiles,
Acts 2 and 5. Go on.
the Gentiles basically are really Israelites but with mixed ethnicity?
No, they're not mixed. Them never live different places, but they're not Israelite.
They are living different places,
You cannot be mixed because you see that belong.
but they are not in Israel. But according to the Bible, let me read through what God said when Jesus was on earth, or Yahshua. He was only in the Israelite areas, so there would be no Gentiles there then if they're in,
You feel so? Read that.
if they're in foreign areas.
No. Listen to this,
This is
right?
the book of Acts chapter 2 verse 5.
Right.
And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
Right.
No.
So they come from different places. I come to where? In Jerusalem. Why don't come to Jerusalem? Because like it's our law to come to Jerusalem to keep the Passover and certain other
Pentecost.
holidays.
Yeah.
Go on.
Now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language. And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are not all these which speak Galileans? And now hear we every man in our own tongue, wherein we were born.
Right, so they're born a different land. But they are still Israelites. So that because you're born somewhere don't mean say yo, where you're born at a nationality. You get that? Because where was Paul born? In Rome.
Alright, so you're saying the point is, you're saying that Gentiles are Israelites living in foreign areas.
Right, or even have a good mindset. The man will have time to be a foreigner. Because just
So how would that work?
okay.
Mine haven't been a
Alright, let's share a story, right? This is more history I'll give you, right? So in the time of Antiochus Epiphanes, in